Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to episode 67 of Learn How to Sudoku, where we take very easy variant Sudoku puzzles and we break them down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. And today's very easy puzzle is actually a sequel to the one we did yesterday, and it's called Y-Numerals Level 6 by Berger Mason, as we did Y-Numerals Level 5 yesterday. And I'll just post a link in one of the corners, which will have the link to that puzzle. It was pretty easy, specifically because of one of the other rules in the puzzle, and not anything because of the Y numeral rule set. But we'll get into that into detail right now, actually. Let's get to the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply, which means fill every row, column, and box with the digits 1 through 9 without repeats. Then we have digits in cages sum to the number in the top left corner, and digits do not repeat in cages, and these are called killer cages. And for example, these three digits add up to 20, these three add up to 18, these three add up to 11, these three add up to 16. And digits cannot repeat in cages, or specifically in these cages, they do not repeat. There's some rule sets where they change that rule, so you have to always be a little bit careful with killer cage rules, because they can change them depending on what the puzzle needs, actually. But that's the rule set for killer cages. And as an example, we could have this being 3 and a 7, and this would be a 6. And this would work because this adds up to 16. So these three digits fulfill the killer cage rule here. And that's an example of how killer cages work. Then we have digits separated by a y sum to 15. Digits separated by an x sum to 10. And digits separated by a v sum to 5. So for example, if this was, say, a 7, this would have to be an 8, because those two digits must add up to 15. Similarly, but in a slightly different way, if this was like a 3, this would have to be a 7, because those two digits add up to 10, because they're separated by an x. And if this were, say, a 4, this would have to be a 1, because those two digits must add up to 5. And that's how X's and Y's and V's work. X's and V's are very common in normal Sudoku variants. So those you'll see a lot of. But Y's are actually, I think Y's were actually invented by Berger Mason, which is why he's done a whole bunch of puzzles related to those, to that variant. And this is a sixth one, I believe, of it. So that's all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay, the first thing that pops to my mind is we see cages which have X's and V's in them, or Y's. So that tells us these two digits add up to 10. Well, what does this remaining digit have to add up to? To add up to 18 for the cage. These two add up to 10, so 18 minus 10 is 8. So this must be an 8. And 8 can only add up to 10 with 2. So this has to be not 0. This is 2, and this is 2. Well, 2 adds up with only 8 to add up to 10, so this must be an 8 then. So we have a 2, 8, 2, 8, essentially a pair, or yeah, they're there, essentially. Now, where is the 2 in row 4? It can't be any of these cells because this is a 2. It can't be any of these cells. It can't be any of these, right? Because if you have 2, what are the other unique digits that could add up with it to add up to 20? There are none, right? Because you can have at most, with a 2, you can only have 2, 8, and 9 at most, which adds up to 19, which is not enough to add up to 20. Therefore, the 2 has to be in the remaining cell, can't be in the cage. So therefore, this must be 2. Well, again, 2 adds up with 8 only to add up to 10. So this is 8. We have also two sets of digits, which both must add up to 10. This must add up to 10. And what do these two cells add up to? Well, it's 20 minus 8, which means this is 12. So this is 12, this is 10, this is 10, and this is 10. That adds up to 42, which means the remaining digit is 45 minus 42, which is 3. So lots of math here. These two digits add up to 15. Well, what is 16 minus 15? It's 1. So the remaining digit in this cage must be a 1. Well, this cage also cannot contain a 2. Or sorry, not cage. These two digits cannot contain a 2. So 2, 3 is ruled out. Therefore, this must be 1, 4. And since this is 1 or 4, and this is 1 or 4, this has to be a 6 or a 9 here. Well, since this is 1 or 4, if this tried to be a 1-4 pair, it wouldn't work, because then this would mean that would essentially remove all possibilities for this cell, right? And we need a possibility there. So therefore, this must be a 2-3 pair. Well, where can this 1 be in this box, right? Can't be next to any of the y's, because those specifically add up to 15, and 1 plus another digit is never adding up to 15. Can't be in either of these cells, because again, we ruled out 1 and 4 being there. It can't be here, so it must be here, which makes this a 1. 1 adds up with 4 to add up to 5, and adds up with 9 to add up to 10. So this is 9, this is 1. These three digits add up to 11 without a 1. So what are the possibilities? It's specifically 236 or 245. Those are the only possibilities with 3 digits, unique digits, adding up to 11 without a 1. Either way, they need a 2, and these can't be 2, so where's the 2? It has to be here. Well, what does that mean for these two cells? It either is 3, 6 or 4, 5, but it can't be 4, 5 because we already have a 4 in the column. Therefore, this must be 3 and 6. What are these Y cells? Y cells can only be either 6, 9 or 7, 8, right? That add up to 15. Those are the only two cell pairs with unique digits that add up to 15. Well, 6 and 8 can't be here because of the 8 in the column and a 3, 6 pair in the column. So these have to be 7 and 9. Well, 9 adds up with 6 to add up to 15, and 7 adds up with 8 to add up to 15. So this is a 6, 8 pair. Therefore, in the remaining cells in this box, it has to be 4 and 5. And the remaining cells in this box, in this column, it has to be a 5. So this is 5. This V adds up to 5, and it cannot contain a 2. So it cannot be 2 and 3. It has to be 1, 4. So this can't be 4. This is 1, which makes that a 4. This cell adds up to 10. These two cells add up to 10. But it cannot be 1, 9, 2, 8, or 4, 6. It must be 3, 7. So this is 3 and 7 here. The remaining digits in this box have to be 5, 6, or 9. And this cannot be 5 because it's next to a y. So one of these is a 5, and the remaining digits are 6 and 9. Well, the 6 and 9 only adds up with another 6 and 9 to add up to 15. So therefore, this must be 6 or 9. We have a 6, 9, 6, 9 pair in column 2, which eliminates 6 and 9 from the rest of the column. So this must be then a 5, which means this can't be 5. These two digits add up to 12, and you can't have 3, 9, and you can't have 4, 8 there. So this must be 5 and 7. This can't be 7 because of the 3, 7 pair in the row. So this must be 5, which makes this a 7. The remaining digits here now are 1, 4, 6, and 9. These can't be 4, so therefore these can't be 6, because 6 must add up with 4 to add up to 10. These can't be 9 because of the 6, 9 pair in the row. So therefore this is 1 and 4. The 1 has to add up with 9 to add up to 10, so this can't be 1 here. Because if this were 1, this one of these would have to be 9, which is not possible. Therefore, the remaining digits in row 6 are 5, 7 pair. Well, this can't be 5 because of the 4, 5 pair in the column, so this must be a 7, which makes this a 5. Also, we have these two digits adding up to 15, and 7's already in the column, so it can't be 7, 8, so this must be 6 and 9. Well, we have a 6, 9, 6, 9 pair in row 7, which eliminates 6 and 9 from the rest of the row. That forces this to be not a 6, so it's a 3, which makes that a 6. This 6 means this can't be 6, so this is 9, which makes that a 6, which makes this 9, which makes that 6, and therefore that's a 9. This cannot be a 2, 3 pair because of the 3 and 2 already in the row, so this must be 1 and 4. This can't be 1, 9, 4, 6, or 2, 8 because of the 2 in the column and the 6 and 9 or the 1, 4 in the same box. So this has to be 3 and 7 specifically. This pair of digits adding up to 10 cannot be 1, 9, cannot be 4, 6, and cannot be 3, 7. It cannot be 3, 7 specifically because that would eliminate all possibilities for this cell. So this has to be a 2, 8 pair. These two digits add up to 15 without a 9, so it must be 7 and 8. So it's a 7, 8. We now have a 7, 8, 9 triple in this box, which eliminates 7, 8, and 9 in the rest of the box. Well, we still have two digits adding up to 10, but it can't contain a 9, which rules out 1, 9. It can't have an 8 because of the 7, 8 pair, and it can't have a 7 because of the 7, 8 pair again. So that rules out 2, 8, and 3, 7. Therefore, this must be 4 and 6. And the 6 can never be next to a V, so this must be 4, which makes that a 6. The 4 is next to a 1, so this is a 1. And this can't be 4 anymore, so this is 5, which makes that a 4. This can't be 6 because of that 6, so this must be 8, which adds up with 7 to add up to 15. Therefore, this is 6, and this is 9 then. The remaining digits here are 4, 5, and 6. This can't be 5 or 6 because of the 5, 6 here, so this must be a 4. These remaining are 5 and 6. Well, this cannot be 2. Where is a 2 in this box? It has to be one of these two cells. So since it's one of these two cells, this can't be a 2, so this must be 8, which makes this a 2. This 8 means this can't be 8, so this must be a 7, which makes that an 8. What are the remaining digits in row 5? It has to be 1 or 3, and this can't be 1, so this is 3, which makes that a 1. These remaining digits are 6 and 9 in row 4, and this can't be 6, so this is 9, which makes that a 6. This can't be 2 because of this 2, so this is 3, and this is 2. Remaining digits in this box are 2, 3, and 5. So this is 2, 3, 5, and this is 3 or 5. Remaining digits in column 7 have to be 1, 2, and 8. This can't be 1 because of the 1, 4 pair already, so this is 2 or 8. And this cannot be 1 either, so this is also 2 or 8. Well, where's the 1 in column? Because that's 1 there. Where's the 1 in column 7? It has to be here. So this is a 1. This can't be 5 because of the 5 here. What are the remaining digits in row 1? It has to be 2, 3, and 9. And if this were 9, it would have to be with a 1 to add up to 10, but that's not possible because we have a 1 in the box. So this can't be 9. Well, where can the 9 be in row 1? It has to be here. So this is a 9, which forces this not to be 9, so this must be 6. This adds up with 4 to add up to 10, so this is a 4, which makes this 1, which makes this 4. That makes this 1, and this has to be a 9. This 6 means this can't be 6, so this is a 5, which makes that a 6. What's the remaining digit in column 9? It's an 8, so this must be an 8. Since this is an 8, this can't be 8, so this must be 2, which makes this an 8. This 2 means this can't be 2. We now have a 3, 5 pair in the box, in this box specifically, and in row 2. So the rest of the box and the row cannot contain 3 or 5. This can't be 3, so this is 2. This can't be 3 or 5, so it must be 7. And 7 adds up with 3 to add up to 10. Remaining digits here are 5 and 2. This can't be 2 because of that 2, so this is 5, which makes that a 2. And the rest we're probably doing is just Sudoku. What are the remaining digits in column 6? It's 8 and 9. This can't be 8, so this is 9, which makes that an 8. Remaining digits in column 5 are 4 and 7. Either of which can still be there, so this is still 4 or 7. Remaining digits in row 7 have to be 5 and 7. This can't be 7, so this must be 5, which makes this a 7. This 5 means this can't be 5, so this is a 3, which makes that a 5. This 7 means this can't be 7, so this is 3, which makes that a 7. The remaining digit in column 2 is a 3. The remaining digit in column 1 is a 6. So therefore, this is 3 and 6. Remaining digits in column 3. Oops, I think I said column 3 here. This is column 1. But this is has to be 1 and 4. And this can't be 1, so this must be a 4, which makes this a 1. This 4 means this can't be 4, so this is 7, which makes this a 4. This 7 means this can't be 7, so this is 3. But we don't get 3 in the corner because we already have a 3 in the box. So this is a 7 in the corner. And that's how you solve it. Yeah, this was, I think, easier than yesterday's puzzle. But it's probably because it just flowed very well. If you just saw the X's and the Y's in the cages, you knew where things had to be, essentially. And it just flowed from there. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku. And I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.